Hello, this is Britton, the senior leader of the Dwelling Place Churches in Richmond and Williamsburg, Virginia, and I've got a short message for you today about not putting limitations on God. All right, I know that sounds kind of crazy, like who would do that, but I think a lot of times we really do put limitations on God based on our past experience with Him, based on our imagination even. I mean, we put limitations on God, I think, all the time, and I want to encourage you to not do that, to believe in the greatness of God, and that with Him all things are possible. Okay? All things are possible for those who believe. I want you to believe in His bigness, believe in His greatness, in His grandness, in His plan for your life. In Isaiah 64:4 it says, "Since ancient times no one has heard, nor ear perceived, no eye has seen any God besides you, who acts on behalf of those who wait for Him." And He does act. And I'm telling you, there's no limit on what He can do for you. This Jesus, the King of glory, the King of heaven, that's who He is, and there's no limits on how He can move. So let's not put those limitations on Him. Let's not put our God in a box, but let's allow Him to move however He wants. Whoa, and I'm telling you that He is moving in the earth today. And if you have eyes to see, you can see Him. And we can ask for things that we need, that we would like to see in the earth, that we know are His will in the earth. We can declare things that aren't as though they were in faith according to God's will, and we can have confidence that He'll move in them. But not only that, I want you to believe for things that you've never seen in your life. Why not? I want to see miracles I've never seen. I want to see manifestations of His glory up in the earth that I've never seen. Why not? He's God, and He can do them, and I'm not going to limit Him based on my past experience. Now, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever, some would say to that. And I'm like, yes, He is. But who is He? He's Jesus. He's God. And this God who's the same yesterday, today, and forever can do anything that He pleases. I'm telling you, He doesn't contradict His word, but there's a lot of stuff in His that is not contained in here that He's free to do because He's God. All right? For instance, He can make you a cup of coffee if He wants to. There's nothing wrong with that. He's God. God can do anything He wants. What I'm saying is I want you to trust God to do big things, to believe God for miracles that will glorify Him, that will draw men and women unto Himself for the harvest. This is what I want to encourage you to do. So don't put limitations on Him. Pray for the sick and believe. Raise the dead, cleanse lepers, move in the earth, sit with the poor, love them. You don't put limitations on them. He can bring breakthrough in your personal life. There's nothing He cannot do. He brings things out of nothing. You know that God is the only power in the universe that can create out of nothing. Everyone else, men, we need things to create things from. For instance, to make this iPhone, I would have to have parts, okay? So we would have to have, the parts to assemble to make this thing. Okay, God makes things out of nothing. He created the heavens and the earth out of nothing. There was nothing when He made it. Okay? Now, for us to do anything, we have to have something. He's the only one who could do that. And this is who's moving on our behalf. So trust Him to move on your behalf. Trust Him for great and mighty things that you've never seen before. Trust Him for signs, wonders, miracles, breakthrough in your life, for hope in situations where there seems to be no hope. Because if Jesus is there, there's a way. If Jesus is there, there is a solution. The solution is a person. His name's Jesus Christ. And I want to encourage you to not put limitations on His greatness, on His awesomeness, on His power, on His glory, on His ability to move in our midst in this generation. Don't put limitations on Him, pastors, for Sunday mornings in your churches or afternoons like we meet or Saturday nights. Don't put limitations on Him for the miracles you can see, for the time limits, for the manifestations. Don't put limits on what God can do to bring glory to Himself, to see the harvest come in, to draw people to Him. Don't put limits on God. And if we trust Him for anything, all things are possible. So I look forward to the days ahead where we have this kind of faith, where we believe that He is capable of anything that He wants to do. And we're always expecting Him to move in a powerful, glorious, and supernatural way, because this is who He is, Almighty God.